Rome was feared by the world, but there were men who made Rome bleed. Generals who shattered legions, ambushed emperors, burned cities, and forced the greatest empire on earth to kneel. Today you'll discover the 10 commanders who didn't just defeat Rome, they humiliated it. In this video, we'll journey through history to meet the generals who across centuries brought Rome to its knees. We'll start from Rome's early enemies, move through its powerful rivals in the Republic and Empire, and end with the generals who helped destroy Rome from the outside. Each one left a scar on Roman pride, and some nearly erased the empire entirely. Before Rome ruled the Mediterranean, it was just another regional power fighting for survival. Early enemies tested its strength, and others, centuries later, exploited its weakness. Rome built its empire through blood and conquest, but arrogance made it believe it could not be defeated. These generals proved otherwise. From ancient mountain tribes and desert warriors to barbarian kings and master tacticians, these men rewrote Roman history, not by joining it, but by breaking it. Now, let's go through them in the order they appeared in history and how each one embarrassed Rome in ways it could never forget. 1. Brennus the Gaul, 390 BC. Long before Rome was powerful, Brennus led the Sinoan Gauls into Italy. He crushed the Roman army at the Battle of the Allia and marched straight into Rome. The city was burned, its people slaughtered, and Rome was forced to pay a ransom in gold. When the Romans complained about the unfair weight of the balance, Brennus threw his sword on the scale and said the words Rome never forgot. Vae victis, woe to the vanquished. 2. Pyrrhus of Epirus, 280 to 275 BC. A Greek king and brilliant tactician, Pyrrhus won battle after battle against Rome. At Heraclea and Asculum, his war elephants terrified Roman forces. Even though he suffered heavy losses, he defeated Roman legions in open combat, something almost no one else had done at that time. Rome survived, but the phrase Pyrrhic victory was born from his costly triumphs. 3. Hannibal Barca, 218 to 202 BC. Rome's greatest nightmare. Hannibal crossed the Alps with war elephants and launched a campaign that destroyed Roman armies again and again. At Cannae, he encircled and annihilated nearly 50,000 Roman soldiers in a single day, the greatest defeat in Roman military history. Mothers wept, the Senate panicked, and Rome abandoned entire territories just to slow him down. Hannibal didn't just beat Rome, it made it tremble. 4. Viriathus of Lusitania, 147 to 139 BC. A shepherd turned warlord in modern-day Spain, Viriathus used guerrilla warfare to devastate Roman forces. His hit-and-run tactics humiliated Rome's legions for nearly a decade. Rome couldn't defeat him in battle, so they bribed his closest allies to assassinate him in his sleep. Even then, the Romans refused to pay the killers, declaring Rome does not reward traitors. 5. Arminius the Germanic chieftain, 9 AD. Rome trusted him. He was even given Roman citizenship and military training. But at the Teutoburg forest, Arminius betrayed Rome and ambushed 3 entire legions led by Varus. In the rain-soaked forests of Germania, nearly 20,000 Roman soldiers were slaughtered. The loss was so catastrophic that Emperor Augustus wandered his palace crying, "Quintilius Varus, give me back my legions." 6. Shapur I of Persia, 240 to 270 AD. A king of the Sassanid Empire, Shapur humiliated Rome like no one else. He defeated Emperor Gordian III, forced Philip the Arab to pay tribute, and then captured Emperor Valerian alive, something that had never happened in Roman history. Shapur used him as a footstool to mount his horse. When Valerian died in captivity, his skin was supposedly stuffed and displayed as a trophy. 7. Fritigern, the Gothic leader, 376 to 382 AD. Fritigern was allowed into Roman lands as a refugee, but when mistreated, he turned on Rome. At the Battle of Adrianople in 378 AD, his forces destroyed a Roman army and killed Emperor Valens. The defeat shattered Rome's illusion of invincibility and marked the beginning of its decline. 8. Alaric the Visigoth, 395 to 410 AD. Once a Roman officer, Alaric turned against the empire that betrayed him. In 410 AD, he did the unthinkable. He sacked Rome itself. For the first time in 800 years, the eternal city fell to a foreign army. Shockwaves spread across the known world. Rome was no longer untouchable. 9. Attila the Hun, 430 to 453 AD. Known as the Scourge of God, Attila devastated Roman cities across the Balkans, Italy, and Gaul. The Romans paid him tribute just to stay away. His mere presence made emperors flee their palaces. Rome could not stop him. It could only bargain for survival. 10. Genseric the Vandal King, 455 AD. If Alaric cracked Rome's armor, Genseric shattered it. He crossed the Mediterranean, captured North Africa, and cut off Rome's grain supply. In 455 AD, he sailed to Rome and looted the city in a 14-day plunder so brutal that the word vandalism is named after his people. Each of these men didn't just defeat Roman soldiers, they humiliated an empire built on pride. Rome suffered. Its capital burned. Its legions annihilated. Its emperors captured and killed. Its economy drained. Its myth of invincibility destroyed. Some of these defeats were temporary. Others cracked Rome so deeply that recovery was impossible. These generals proved that power has limits, and arrogance has consequences. Rome was not destroyed by one enemy, but by centuries of humiliation, attrition, and betrayal. Every defeat left a wound, and every wound weakened the giant a little more. Their stories remind us, no empire is invincible. Strategy can defeat strength. Pride often blinds the powerful, and history remembers those who stand against giants. From barbarians and rebels to kings and traitors, each one reshaped history by proving Rome could bleed. Now, I want to hear from you. Which of these generals do you think embarrassed Rome the most, and why? Tell me in the comments. If you'd like more epic stories like this, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel because we're just getting started.